Except for the monumental task of swapping the desks.
See, we're live. My issue is now my camera is like so far to one side for some reason. I don't understand it.
How do you think I feel?
No, let's not twist it that way.
I know it's live.
I think you just got a notification saying we're live.
Yes. Let's put that on silent.
Let's do that. That's close enough. At the moment, we have no viewers, so we have no viewers.
There's replays.
Replays?
Yeah. You can play it back after.
Yeah, but I like waiting
true.
to say hello to someone.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely crazy saying hello to myself.
I say hello to myself all the time. It's fine.
So, someone will come eventually. I just realised John's phone's here, so he probably won't.
Quick, throw his phone at him.
Get it. Let's move that over here. But yeah, it is hello. We are no longer wrecking. Oh, Stickman's here.
Hey, it's Stickman. I can't see the count, so.
Stickman says what?
Oh,
yeah, we have three people watching now. Yeah, we're no longer wrecking. If you haven't gathered.
Oh no.
Oh no, there's two Stickmans.
Two of them.
What?
Oh, it's hurting my head. Oh wait, no. The first one's Matthew Ramsey. The second one is the real Super Stickman.
That's right.
And then Wagons are all sedans. Not so much.
So this is the one driving an old man car.
Well, no, his old man car would be most of our cars.
Yeah, that's true. Still an old man car.
But
But
yeah.
how many old people versus cool people drive that car?
I've seen that meme.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're using our years of experience plus Rohan as our proof that you do occasionally learn something from listening to us.
Hi.
Other way, Rohan.
No.
Yeah, look, these cars.
But yeah, we do this live 7:30 p.m. every Thursday. We have the live chat on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So as you see, Stickman's commented on. Does it say? Yeah, it does say which one they've commented on. Yeah, so he's commented on both YouTube and Twitch already.
Yeah.
But they are our main places, I guess. And tonight's topic, if you didn't get it by the thumbnail, Darren says he's old. Wait, he drove just a Liberty, isn't it? Like mine. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Ledith.
I don't even want to try.
Lydieth.
I feel like...
Yeah, he has a sedan. He has the same one like me. I'm pretty sure he's a Gen 4.
Yeah, I was talking
Are
about...
you saying I'm an old man?
No, I was saying the Outbacks.
I'm a rear-wheel drive Gen 4 man. May have nearly put it into the side of an RACQ van the other day, but that's another story.
I want to hear more about this story.
Also, I'm glad that you have your the case, the cover back on your computer case.
So I don't poke my finger into the...
Yeah, for a third time.
Yeah. There you go. Stickman's given us the updates. So YouTube notifications are faster than Twitch, but the delay on Twitch is not as bad as YouTube. And as far as I'm aware, the worst one for delay is
Facebook.
Facebook
is a solid minute, I think, give or take.
So yeah, Stickman started watching YouTube as it popped up live first. Which makes sense.
Yeah,
which is
fair
good.
I think I have a Twitch account. I just never use it. I don't watch people stream that much.
Okay, look, it looks like we may have someone answering the question already for us. Wait, what was the no? Alex Morsell said no. Where's the no come from? Rear window has flat or lips up between between Wagon and Sedan 01-ish to 05-ish. Saw a brand new Sedan.
The description for the video that I posted was like our Sedan and Wagon passed the same.
True. Saw a brand new Sedan come from Arches after a real good rear door replacement. They fitted a rear wagon. So they've put a wagon door on a Sedan. Yeah,
That's not going to end well.
Definitely not the same.
By the way, has anyone noticed there's a new Impreza around?
Huh?
There's a new Impreza around.
What do you mean there's a new Impreza?
I don't know, 50 maybe? We talked about that before.
I think so.
What, the next generation?
I think so. I've seen two of them today on the road. That's new.
But we also had Stick saying Zuck needs to veto anything before they let you see it. Yeah, he's got to make sure he approves, I guess. But yeah, so today we're going to go through some of the differences and similarities between sedans and wagons, because that was something we used to run into a fair bit at work. People not realizing that there's different parts, and other people realizing that there are different parts.
And then wanting the other parts.
Yeah. So wanting to modify their car to look more like the other, or realizing that you can use parts off it because they're the same. Same,
but different.
I had that written somewhere. No, I didn't. Not this week. But yes. So where do we feel like starting, Rohan?
Well, from the top, I take it, bug eye.
Bug eye would be the bottom because it's the oldest, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but wouldn't you start from?
But if we do that, the first wagon was the GC, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but
true.
The GC is pretty short and sweet.
The GC really, they don't really have many differences, do they?
Well, what's the differences, Rohan?
Well, one's a wagon, one's a sedan. That's really about it.
Nope.
Well, that I did have that here.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually a hatch, not a wagon.
Yeah, so technically we're wrong off the bat. Yeah. They're not wagons, they're hatches, because the boot actually dips down in the back.
Which still ticks me off, but whatever.
Yeah, so they dip down in the back instead of being flat. Like when you look at the Outbacks, the Foresters and that, they're classified as wagons because they're, like when you go into the boot, it's just flat. We have David Nugent. I always can't pronounce their last name. Dave. Yeah, you know David? David. Just completed the wide sedan front conversion on the GG. Yes and no. Yeah. And Stickman said, start with the Baja. It's close to a sedan as a wagon gets. Yeah.
We don't have any in Australia.
Yeah, no. But yeah, we'll start with the GCs. So what are the differences between a GC8 sedan and a GC8 hatch? It's going to annoy people because I'm looking the wrong way.
So am I. But
yeah, so what do you know? What do you know? Do you know any of the differences?
I actually don't. Unfortunately.
Can you take any gambles? Like, you should be able to tell me one difference.
Well,
one difference between a GF8 and a GC8.
One difference that I know is that the GC8 had speakers in the rear parcel shelf, whereas GF8s had them in the rear doors.
Yeah. Well, depends.
Yes and no. The early ones, the GF8 still had them in the rear. They had like above the strut tops.
Okay, yeah.
But yes, they did. Okay, see, Stickman's helping. Stickman just helped with one straight up.
Yeah, tail lights, yeah.
There's another really obvious one. What's a really obvious one, Rohan?
The rear, the boot.
Thank you. The boot is different. The boot is different between the two. No, you can't take the spoiler off one and put it on the other because the boot is different.
Yeah.
Can't believe you didn't get that, Rohan.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it because it just seems so obvious.
He's a newbie. It's fine.
Like, to us, it's obvious that a wagon's different to a sedan.
It's like, what's the difference between a GD and a GG? Oh, the rear door, or the boot door, boot in general.
But yeah, you were right with the door cards. So the later model GFs had the speakers in the door cards.
Yeah.
Well, in the rear doors, whereas the GC8s had them on the parcel shelf.
Yeah.
The door cards would fit between both. The doors were the same, so they had the cutout in the GC8s. They just
didn't have the speakers in there.
And I don't believe they have wires going there either.
They don't, because I've spoken to a few people that were looking into doing it, and they did tell me they had to do the wiring for it as well.
Yeah. Stickman said, "You telling me I can't run a sedan boot lid on my wagon?" Exactly.
That's what I was thinking.
That is what I'm saying, Stickman. And Darren, I somewhat agree. So Darren says camping in the sedan sucks. With ours, I feel like they're not so bad because of how big our boot is. Like, we have a huge boot, which is pretty good. The only issue is like my car was pretty much on bump stops the entire time I went camping. So, but yeah, so we have door cards that are different because speakers. Like we said, the rear speakers in the early models.
Yeah.
What else?
Stuff if I know.
Something now.
And Stickman also said, nah, but if you're sleeping in the car, Wagon rules, yes. I do agree with that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Do you need more hints?
Maybe.
What's near the rear doors?
What, the strut tops? Or the back seats?
Cam Freeman's asking what to go with rear wheel clearance between GC and GF.
They're the same.
But could it be, because you know how we were talking about the struts? And we couldn't decide if the struts were different or if it was just the springs? That could be a clearance difference for the rear wheels. Yeah, we think it's the struts that were different.
Yeah, that's a height thing. Right?
Yeah, but that still gives you clearance issues with the wheels. But look at that. They've coming in.
Yeah, I did say rear seats before as well.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
Cito heard me.
Yeah.
I'll give you that because both Stickman and David both stepped up. Stickman, the entire back seat, yeah. And David saying back seats. Yeah. There's another one.
I did say strut tops as well, but apparently that's not.
No, strut tops are the same. The struts, so the suspension, because of the extra weight in the wagons, sedans.
One or the other.
Our model, obvious one is the sunroof. Yeah, the sunroofs are different in the Liberties. Like, you get the bigger sunroof in the wagons.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. But as far as I know, with the GC8s and the GDs, if it had a sunroof, they were the same size from memory. I just know the Liberties have an awesome sunroof that is just ginormous.
Yeah.
The wiper store. Unless you're like Anthony, where you have a rear wiper on the rear window.
The sedans did not come with a rear wiper. Yeah, that's
they
correct.
didn't have the wipers.
Not in Australia.
Yeah. So they didn't have it. There you go. Stickman asking if fuel tank. Don't know about that. Genuine question. As far as we know, no.
They only came with 50 and 60 litre options.
Yeah, they're the same. The only difference you come into with fuel tanks is between NA and turbo. The NAs are missing half a tank.
Wait, what do you
Well,
mean?
not half tank, but
About six.
yeah, about a sixth of the
Well,
tank.
that's a strange thing, is that my current GC is a 50 litre tank. My previous GC, both NAs, was a 60 litre tank.
Yeah, that's weird because, yeah, with the NAs, the WRXs and that, you have a bulge over beside the tail shaft.
Yeah.
So on both sides, but the NAs tend to only have one bulge.
No, mine's got both. My
Does
GC sitting out there does.
Okay, I'm going to have to lay underneath and have a look.
All right.
David's saying his flew off. I'm guessing he's talking about his rear wiper blade. Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me. David does some silly stuff. Has he still got the red? No, he got rid of the red interior, didn't he? He got rid of the red interior for David.
Yeah, David swapped the interior.
But yeah, so with the GC8, the reason I didn't really get any photos is because everything is the same, pretty much, except for the blatantly slap in the face obvious things. So you've got the front bars will fit between a GC and a GF. The rear bar will fit between GC, GF. All the doors all fit. They all mount up the same.
The boot does not.
The boot does not. It definitely does not. You could probably try.
I mean, you could change it. You could do some welding and change the designation to GCLT or Longtail.
But yeah, so the GC8s are pretty much all the exact same. But then when we jump over to the GDs is when we start seeing the bigger differences. Which, what do we want to start with? Do we want to start with the WRX? Like, do we start with the confusion photo or no? No, let's not confuse people straight away. Oh, come on, why aren't you opening? Why aren't you opening? Come on, Mr. Photo. So I'm trying to show you guys photos, but my photos isn't working.
Jacob's computer is dead again.
I say that.
Long live Jacob's computer.
There we go.
Yeah, but then it was you. It wasn't Jacob.
There is that, yeah.
How do you make it? There we go. No, I want to zoom in on that. There we go.
I think you're frozen.
I don't know what just happened.
Stickman just said something there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to you, but you should be back in a second, hopefully. Hi.
Yeah, Stickman just said something there. Another one you may not know. Boot floor, probably different, but if I was a designer, I'd pull a sneaky one and make it the same. Jaleb died.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Caleb.
It's what it says.
Why?
Look, it says right there in the comments.
I see.
Yeah.
Are you back? Hey.
Can't see the comments. Oh.
I can see you.
But yes, I'm back. I think. What I was going to show is we'll start with the. My phone can't handle his name. Whose name?
Your name. It came up as Jaleb.
Yeah, nothing can. It really frustrates me. Everything says I spelled my name wrong, and it gets me very mad. But yeah, so we'll start with this. So we'll start with what is going on?
I don't know. What
You're
just happened?
really laggy as well.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what happened. So this is Sedan,
Where?
I think.
Are you sure? Did you check? Did you
I don't
ask?
know. Can you guys see it? I haven't dropped out again, have I?
No, I can see it.
You're good.
It's a sedan. I can confirm.
Huh?
Jason says that I made him watch Cinderella. There's no car chases. This is the thing I posted the other day. Okay, I posted a thing the other. This is so off topic. It's not funny. Oh, we're gonna make it on topic in a second. I posted a thing the other day asking in Cinderella when everything disappeared, like when the clock struck midnight and everything changed back to normal. How did the prince still have the glass slipper?
Yeah, no, I did see that somewhere.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You guys see the answer?
What was the answer?
The answer was that the fairy godmother made the slippers, so it wasn't actually something that she already had that was changed. So
Oh,
that's why
yeah,
they
true.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Makes sense, though.
So basically, the glass slippers were not part of the terms and conditions when Cinderella clicked I accept blindly.
Fair enough.
Oh, we have Darren saying Subi Guy's given up on cars and plays with PCs. First PC to blow head gasket.
Mine.
Oh,
No, I know yours.
Mine's definitely blown a few head gaskets.
Yeah. They're not cheap either.
Let's call it
Pepcac.
and problem exists between the keyboard and chair.
Yeah.
The microphone.
I think.
The microphone's in between.
Yeah, sure.
So it's the mouse.
Yeah.
It's the mouse. Is it Jerry? Tom. Which one's the cat? Which one's the mouse?
I think Jerry.
Yeah.
The mouse is Jerry.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I had a
Definitely
50-50
Jerry.
chance of being right.
Another thing I'm gonna have to do before I screen share again is that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing because of the little mishap I just had. I'm like, let's get a friendlier wallpaper up. So let's see if it wants to play ball now. So let's go screen share.
Meanwhile, generic.
And it did it again.
There we go.
Okay, so
Except this time it didn't actually load up.
Wait, what?
What did it?
It didn't load on the screen. So it was just a pending circle.
So I
Oh,
was
that's all right.
quick enough to dodge it.
Yeah.
Why? What was it?
No, it's only what's it called? Cost him an arm and a leg.
Fullmetal Alchemist.
That one.
What? Cool. Whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty deep and dark, but it's cool. So Sedan, where do we want to start?
At the beginning?
The beginning.
I don't know.
Turn safe circle back. It's fine. fine. It's still good. It's still good. Like I said, it's not a bad photo, and none of my photos are bad. It's just if there's a young child, questions may be asked. Like there's a Witcher one and all that kind of stuff. So
See there. That's my lock screen on my home PC.
That's cool.
But yeah, so with the wagon sedans, we'll start with this. So they're wide body, just straight out of the bat. All the GDs, the sedans were wide bodied. And when I say wide bodied, I'm talking the guards here, if you can see my mouse.
Yes.
Where is the beginning front of the car or front of the extended boot section? So yeah, you've got the wide guards, you have flared rear end, which I'll get another photo up in a sec to show. It doesn't look like it, but I will show a comparison between the front bars. Bonnets are the same. Front doors were the same. It's just the rear doors that changed, I believe.
They were a little bit shorter on the wagons, weren't
The
they?
glass is different though.
On the front. So wagon front door glass is different.
Because narrower body and probably taller roofline.
Really? Like I understand the rear ones being different.
Yeah, the front was different as well, I'm pretty sure. Ask Jonathan. Jonathan knows.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Jonathan, but I don't know if he's on. Yeah, we'll just ask him and get him to confirm or deny, because I actually have photos of his car too. So,
Oh, good.
but yeah, so one of the things that's really subtle is the front bar with the bug eyes. So we'll start with that because that was one of probably the common ones we ran into.
Nice.
Now is all your wallpaper.
Yeah. So this one here is for the WRX. So the main giveaway, WRX, sedan.
Yep.
The main giveaway for that would be.
Me?
Yeah.
The little side.
Right on. What's the giveaway? Let's see if he can work that.
Well,
Okay.
between the sedan
I was
and
going to say,
wagon,
why are you asking me?
I'd have to see a wagon one to be able to tell you if I could see the difference.
Have you got a wagon one?
Of course, I've got a wagon one. Not that close, but I've got a wagon one. Once I find it. Let's go with this photo. Ignore the fact that it's got a lip, though, because the lip's not what I'm trying to show.
The vents on the side. Well,
What's
that
that?
one's obviously got extra things attached, but it doesn't have the cutouts for the vents, does it?
No, it has the cutouts for the vents, but the difference was you were pretty close. See the side vent?
Yeah, the 3 slots.
So
there.
it's got 3 slots, whereas
the
the
wagon
wagon-
one only has 1.
it has 1 hole.
Okay.
So, and if you were to sit them beside each other, you'd also notice the fact that one's wider than the other.
Yeah, because the wagons didn't have the extra
Flare.
width on the guards.
Yeah. So that was one of the main ones that people used to get confused with. But let's see if I have a guard photo. I tried to get it so I can try to show you as clear as possible the differences. So this is a wagon without a flare. So notice how it's all narrow, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Years.
Yes.
What else can you see that's
That
different?
wagon doesn't actually look too bad, eh?
Yeah, I came across it on the internet and I'm like,
Want it?
I don't mind this at all. Well, I'm still questionable about Morettas, but
On that, it actually seems to work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
The quarter panels are missing that orange piece. or-
yes. So this here shows
Painted over by the look of it.
which piece here.
The reflectors.
Oh, reflector, yeah.
Yeah.
So with this, you can see that this isn't pumped out here. Neither is the door or the rear wheel arch. Rear quarter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we classify as the narrow body for the wagons or hatchet. I'm just going to call them wagon. Everyone knows them as wagon. They're a wagon. Compared to the front, as you can see here, that shows you how wide they are. So you can see how much, what is it, about an inch, would you say? either side.
But
Roughly, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the Wagon does look like it had the guards rolled and like pulled a little bit, but not with the big old flare of the sedans.
yeah.
So this is the front guards. You could put them on the Wagons.
They were direct bolt on, weren't they?
Yeah, but you'd have to change the front bar.
Yeah.
So you'd have to do the front bar and the guards.
And your lower control arm.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do the lower control,
nasty.
yeah.
if you do the lower control arm, you'll end up with something like what I have currently.
Yeah. Then if we jump to here, you can see kind of the flare on the door.
Yeah.
Like the flare on the door and the rear quarter. Whereas in the other one, you couldn't, there's no real flare at all. The seems we're still talking about GDs. I have got a photo that kind of works. Who said
Aaron said, yeah, it looks massive on those space savers.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous. But to compare to the rear quarters, you can see on this one. So this is a peanut.
Yeah. A car 80.
I think it was, yeah. But yeah, so there's no flare, no flare on the rear quarter or on the door. So again, the rear bars are different.
They'd be a lot narrower, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they just don't kick out as much. They look similar, but they just don't. It's more the angle they come off the car, if that makes sense, Rohan.
Yeah.
So these ones, the bars are a lot straighter, but when you go to a sedan, they're slightly angled out. So they're like hoed out.
Oh, I just noticed something.
What?
So because we're situated above each other, we're actually kind of facing each other if we're when we're talking to
I've
each
got to
other.
find it. Where's StreamYard there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm facing that way now. And if you face towards me, if you're actually facing that way, so we're facing towards each other now.
But we're pretty much in kissing distance. Not good enough. Terrible. Disgusting. But yeah, so this is peanut.
What?
So with the peanuts as well, it was continued between all the generations, where the front bar was slightly different, guards and all that was slightly different. But one thing I did notice with actually before that, because you mentioned it already, I'll bring this up.
Yay!
Which are
What,
Yeah.
GD alloy control arms?
who feels like talking.
It's
He
GD
said
alloy
it.
control arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darren said, does this affect the size of tire you can use? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big factor. But that's what I was getting at with Nathan with this is if you still ran the steel ones, I feel like you'd be able to put a more aggressive wheel on.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be poking out as far. Because these add about 10 mil either side of track width.
In my case, it adds another degree of camber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Well,
too.
negative.
So this came out on the WRXs. Goodness me, the sedans, not the wagons.
I knew what you meant.
The wagons, I don't know if this is a GC one or a GF one, but it makes it a bit, yes, so that's the comparison. If I go that, smaller. Yeah, that kind of works, doesn't it?
Yeah, we get the idea.
Yeah, so that's the difference between sedan and WRX for the GTs. Like we said with the GCs, because there wasn't a wide body variant, they didn't have these unless they were STI or...
I mean, there was one wide body variant.
What?
The 22P.
Oh, yeah. That's not a GD.
No.
he's
but
talking about
I meant
GCs.
GCs.
All right,
The fact GCs only had the steel,
yeah.
except for...
GT8s. STI.
Yeah, except for the STIs and that. But yeah, like I can't remember. They were the same between GC and GD, yeah?
What's that?
Wagon.
Steel.
The steel ones. The steel control arms. Were they the same between GC8 and GG?
I believe the arms themselves were. They changed the front bushes. Like, you know,
Oh,
ones
yeah.
with the cross
Yeah, they
member.
had the slightly larger bush.
Yeah.
Which, well, I
You
mean,
could put in,
yeah,
because it was what
which is-
you had to do. with
yeah,
your-
I just got GC bushes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it fit fine.
Which I think, David, did you do this? He said yes.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
told Michael about it, like when they were doing the conversion. So I don't know if they did it or not.
Yeah, so he may have gone with the alloy arms, because as far as I'm aware, David, do you want to send Cito some photos? Here we go. Alex asks, is the shorter drive shafts between Wagon and Sedan also on GT, or only GC GT? Yes, between a GG and a GD, there was 10 mil difference front end.
Interestingly, I'm still running my GC CV shafts. I thought they clunked out, but it was actually just my wheel bearing.
Under
And-
heavy load, like
Heavy driving.
Heavy
Yeah.
driving.
Because you're pulling it apart.
Yeah,
So 10 mil either side is not a lot. Like, it's literally a centimeter.
yeah.
So you have a centimeter of play. You'd have more than a centimeter of play
Yeah.
between both of the CVs anyway. So you can use it, but it's just putting undue strain on the CVs.
Yeah, fair enough.
If that makes sense. So it's
Yeah.
something that I'd probably be looking at getting changed. Yours with the rear, I don't believe you'll have to change.
The
because-
rears are the same.
Because you use the lateral links out of your GC, yes?
Yes.
Because that was another thing.
Well, I used a different set of lateral links from a GC, but nonetheless. And if I ever take it to any alignment shop, if I got aftermarket lateral links, they'd probably try to set it back up to be standard camber
Yeah.
because that's what they did to my current one. They tried doing it. It doesn't work out very well for them.
But yeah, so to answer Alex is yes, they are different between the GD and GG, and it's the 10 mil. So you could use the ones out of a GC in your Wagon until 2005. Yeah, I saw that. I approve of that. Do you want to say it, Rohan?
I'm not addressing that comment.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it because something about a PG rating, but you can if you want.
I feel need to be Nostradamus to comment on the current subject with this lag.
Who said that? Wait, hang
Darren.
on.
If you ever played any shooter game on a US server from here, it's about the same. Pretty
Sleeve the inner CV shaft cup for less stress. 7K launches. I don't think.
Interesting.
I was going to say no. I never launched 7K. I got to 6.5. I think.
Never
I don't
thought
even-
of
I don't
that.
even-
That would actually work, wouldn't it?
I can't even
It'll
hit
stop the ball
7K.
bearings coming out.
Yeah.
Jacob,
Huh.
I can't even hit 7K.
Try harder.
No, the rev limiter stops at 6.
Lift it.
Oh, here we go. Alex says, I had the shorter in my 01 WRX rear and car was 50 mil off the ground. I gun it and squat it. It would pull and shatter joints.
Yeah. It's one of those things that you really need to pay attention to because I couldn't find the photo, but there was a photo from when we were moving that I had a heap of CVs laid out.
Yeah.
Like I have the photo of them laid out.
Do you?
But not the one I wanted.
Also, for a note for CV shafts of just, you can see a length difference.
No, they were all the same.
They're all the same? Okay. Yeah, on the CV shafts, purchasing them.
Just
Too many
enjoy
people.
watching
A lot of
me close all
shops.
the things.
You get a lot of shops that will list all of them as the same. Pettis is actually one of them. I remember I looked in the system,
Oh, gosh.
and they listed GD, GC, the same. Wagon, Sedan. There was no difference between the two. And keep in mind that I used to work there, so it was one thing that I would always do is just go through the catalog for different cars.
Oh yeah, so Alex said it was all he had at the time, which is fair. Like I said, you can use it. It just doesn't last long.
I like having my engine running.
That's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
It's NA, bro. Gives you an excuse to upgrade. Did you not watch my video from on Monday?
If I have an engine lined up that is complete and will drop in, I would do it.
Didn't you watch it, Rohan?
I didn't. I was here.
You were here with me when I made that joke. Imagine having a boost leak issue, and the issue is your car's an 8.
No, it was. Imagine not having boost, but the reason you don't have boost is because your car's an A.
Yeah, that was it. See, he knows it better than I do. But yeah, no. So these CVs, the way I
You
did
saw
it,
it live.
Also, I need a transmission with that, and yeah,
Jason, hurry up with the transmission. He wants the transmission.
I think it's his guys in Japan that has to do that part.
Yeah, so
Oh,
with the CVs,
I
they,
don't know.
Oh, okay.
if you sit them beside each other, they look pretty much identical. Because, again, like I said, a centimetre difference.
Oh.
But the way we were able to get it was we had some big, long pieces of 2x4, and we butted it up against each end and literally just went down and just made sure it was like fully compressed. And obviously, if it was fully compressed and there was one that was too small, it was a GC or GD style. GC or GG style. So, because once you fully compress the GD one,
Wait, hold
you can
on.
notice.
The two CV shafts, so where your mouse cursor is right now,
I'm holding up.
Mm-hmm.
you notice that those two, they are different.
Oh, they're different shafts themselves.
Yeah, okay.
Like
Can
that
I
one
stop?
is an earlier one, I believe.
Yeah.
Stop. Okay.
I can't remember, but they're two different styles again.
Yeah, but they're two completely different lengths
Yeah.
as well. The left one is shorter by a good amount.
They might not have been buttered up at the other end. though.
Yeah,
Well, no,
Yeah,
you
dude,
have a look at the
it was
at the top. You can see where the metal bit is. Yeah, they're pretty lined up between the two. So there is a clear length difference between the two. The metal shaft itself.
It was just a pain in the butt that day. There was a lot of shafts, and it took me a long time to do it. The photo was just all the shafts I had at the time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So this was me just taking a
That
photo.
was just the rears.
Yeah, this was before I went through the effort of figuring out which ones were which.
Yeah.
Because we just had a huge pile, and I'm like, let's just get rid of them. And then I'm like, hang on, we're going to have people coming down wanting specifics. Let's work out some specifics.
Are they
So,
all rears as well?
yes,
Okay.
they're all rears. What was next on the talkie list? So I've mentioned the fact that front bars and rear bars are different. Front guards and rear quarters are different. Obvious one that I didn't really show, but lips. Lips are different. If the front bar is different, the lip is going to be different. Again, I'm pretty sure it's at the stage where you could modify it slightly enough
Probably, yeah.
to get it, because again, it's just really the angle.
Just
change-
heat gun it, you'll be fine.
Wait, are they different?
Why wouldn't they be?
I don't know. I haven't really compared. But no.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I've never really looked at GD lips. But yeah, they probably are.
Just heat gun it, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one. David says
Inner
inner
guard
guard
is different.
is a
So-
bit wider.
Yeah, so that'd be the other thing. Was it wider down the bottom as well, David? Because that'd be the thing that gives it away.
Yeah.
If it was wider in the middle, makes sense. But if it's
Yeah.
wider down the bottom, then the lip would definitely be different.
I'm not reading that out loud.
I'll happily. You pay way too much notice on shaft length. Yeah, every mil counts.
Yeah.
Every mil. Oh, so David said, yeah, it is different. So the front lips would be different. And just because we're talking about that, I'm just going to throw that up there too.
Oh, I like that car.
Just because that is a wagon with the front end converted.
Dan Rogers' old one.
Actually, one of the people that I know, through one of the Subaru groups that I'm in, he's actually currently doing a full conversion on his wagon. It's currently in the painting stage, so he's gone and just cut the whole rear guard.
That's made one of our customers very sad, because he was planning on doing it and trying to be one of the first people in Queensland to do it. But he moved up north, he had a job, changed jobs and all that.
Yeah.
You've broken his heart, man, that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Was it last week or the week before he said that that he was heartbroken that someone was doing it.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it's almost done. It's currently in the painting stage. I don't know what color he's going to paint it yet.
What?
If your shaft is too short, you'll have problems. Like we said.
Wow.
I'm trying. If the shafts are too small, you'd have Alex's issue where the balls keep falling out. And if your shaft's too long, you'll have problems where it just rubs and just forces against itself. The balls just eventually grind away.
I know what you're talking about, but it just doesn't sound right.
I know it doesn't sound right, but it's like talking about trannies.
That's not.
We'll do that another day.
This is all your fault for losing the PG rating.
I only post PG comments. See, you post PG comments. My answer was PG.
Your explanation after that was not.
It still was, because I knew exactly what he meant. He's right. It just doesn't sound right. It's fine.
Someone else needs to say it, because if I say it, I'm probably going to have to walk out because I'll start laughing too much.
That's on you. I ain't reading that one.
Damn it. Jason says, make sure the cup is right or the rubber don't fit.
Again, I know what he's talking about, but it still doesn't sound right.
Lateral links.
I didn't even think of how to explain it. The cup goes over the... Yeah, anyway. It's getting worse.
I don't think I have photos of lateral links. I don't have photos of lateral links.
They're not that interesting to look at anyway.
Links were the slight difference between the Wagon and the Sedan.
There was also a difference between NA and turbo lateral links.
Yeah, because don't you have no sway bar?
No sway bar, so no mounting point for it.
I feel like that was for the GC.
For the GC, yeah, might be. I don't know about GDs.
I'm not okay with this.
So I had to replace my lateral links to put a sway bar in.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
I think we saw those links.
Yeah, you did.
In mentioning that, they were the same.
You got to put the picture up.
I did, didn't I? Oh, did I remove my screen?
No, I did, because we were still staring at that.
Yeah, so there you go. Sway bars are the same.
Yeah, what's with that?
They just changed the location on the
obviously.
control arms and the lateral links.
Yep.
Which kind of makes sense, because that's probably, as we've seen, that's a very universal piece.
Yeah.
Whereas the lateral links, yes, again, they are universal, but you don't change them as much as sway bars.
Most people would upgrade to the adjustable lateral links anyway.
To a degree.
All the solid ones, you mean?
Alex says seam fronts pop out.
You get dropped through and adjust them
out. Seam fronts pop out and drop the box juice on the ground. Late model that plugs in. Yeah. Oh, so he's talking.
I knew what he meant.
Yeah, but I feel like you know where because you've heard me say it numerous times.
Spline
he's talking about the male splines.
Yeah, spline, where the spline goes into the box. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, compared to the male female. Do you know what we're talking about?
Not particularly.
So we're talking about binary shafts.
Yeah. So front CV, how you have the male
going into the hub.
Yeah. And
then you have
the female for the
going
transmission.
onto the transmission.
Yeah.
Whereas in the later models, you have male going into the hub and then male also going into the box.
Okay, I didn't know about that one.
But the other thing is the automatics and the STIs and that, they have the stubs. So they have stubs in the box that you can remove.
Oh, okay.
Whereas other GCs, are you able to remove them out of the GCs?
I believe so.
It's just the automatics, yeah?
Yes.
And then you can put them into the
6 speeds and the 5 speeds with the front LS. Sorry, the one. No, there might be 2. The 5 speed with the front LSD.
Yeah,
from factory.
Jason says, "Lol, I want the bottom sway bar."
I don't know why.
Because it's tiny, mate.
No.
No. That's looking at this stuff, you'd be like, right, because you guys get it out. Give me the bottom one. You know.
Yeah.
And Darren asks, "Are the lib Wagon sway bars bigger or a cheap upgrade?" As far as I saw, at least on the earlier libs, they were smaller.
Yeah.
but the body was different because the boot was like
Different
the
shape.
wheel well was bigger, so the wagon bar was a different shape. I'm talking about Gen 2 sedan. I'm not sure about Gen 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I feel like anything is better. So if you can find a bigger sway bar for one of ours, I would, because I know with me, I was working on my car the other day and I thought I was going to snap the sway bar.
Wait, you work on your car?
Yes.
Usually,
I
you
normally don't.
usually you complain about having to work on your car and you never do.
Yeah, I know.
It says, I only know that the Outback on the BH had a 21 mil front bar. That's actually pretty big.
Yeah.
Why is that so big?
Because outboat, body roll.
I think the supposedly B4 bar was 19 or 20. Yeah, so yeah, the Outback makes sense because you got to lift it and you want to keep it solid. Where am I at next?
That was the front sway bar.
Yeah. So we've mentioned lateral links. I literally, just so you know, Rohan, I literally have written here boots. Duh. Like that's literally written in my notes.
I'm just wearing shoes though, no boots here.
Just in case anyone who didn't know.
You get shoes there though.
Yeah, I'm not wearing them. I broke the fourth wall.
Jason's trying really hard to break me tonight. Really hard.
On a serious note, Stickman's actually probably correct.
Yeah.
Which is what I said.
Yeah. Like we've also said, the rear seats are different. The rear door, the GDs,
GD.
all the GD and GGs have the speakers in the doors, so they were the same.
Yes.
Yeah. Except for the exterior of the door where you had the flare and not the flare. So yeah, you couldn't really change the doors. You could change the door cards because they were the same. The material, like all the obvious stuff, like the materials inside the car were different. Like the patterns and stuff were different between wagon and sedans normally.
Just real quick, Jacob, you are actually
Not for the bug eye.
Jacob, you're
No,
actually
I think
lagging
so.
a bit on the stream there. I've noticed. You were before, like you were saying stuff, and it was taking a second to register.
Is my mic set up right?
I don't know.
No,
I think you were talking about the picture.
Yeah, the picture was lagging behind.
Too big bar, you need bigger links. Yeah, so that was another thing. I think we've mentioned it a while when we talked about suspension, and that was when you put in the bigger bars, you had the issue of breaking the end links. And then once you went and put the bigger end links in, you had the issue of actually breaking the mount. Is that what you call it? The
The
U mount onto on the rears.
Bracket?
Yeah.
I just refer to them as D brackets.
Bracket mount.
Yeah, but I definitely need to get a bigger sway bar for mine because, yeah, it's literally my finger would be thicker than my sway bar.
Although, fun fact, Possum Born's bug eye had plastic end links still. It also had a mad hole in the exhaust. Like it was about that big.
Oh, where am I?
You're at 3P.
I'm so lost right now. The thing I was trying to figure out was a way to pick the difference between a peanut front end.
Ooh, the bar.
Yes. Which was something I will happily admit I struggled with.
I don't think there is, eh?
Bar the fact that
Not,
it'd be
like, no
the flare.
visual
Yeah.
way. It's
It's
just
where am I here?
skinnier.
Yeah. So the bar of a sedan is wider but smaller.
What is a sedan?
So that's a wagon.
Good one.
Well done.
Mate,
It's fine.
I got this. I think. I need all the screens.
I feel like
I think you need a third.
to do this properly, hey?
Yeah,
I was going to say,
it's so confusing.
there's two screens here. They're just chilling.
Yeah, I know. I got to do some swapsies with those.
So yeah.
Even the lines are the same.
Yeah, so that was the issue.
Foglight trim's the same as well. So that doesn't even help. No, you'd have to measure.
Yeah, you have to measure or know what it came
on. David said bar of the sedan is wider but smaller. So is he saying it doesn't go as far down to the ground? Because it looks like it might be that way.
Yeah, it might be more like up, down.
Yeah. What did Darren say? Darren said, to be honest, most of my Subi knowledge comes from Marty. Okay. We were talking about this beforehand.
Yeah. He knows his stuff, just there's a few things that he does get wrong.
Do you think that's like nerves, like slip up,
it
like
could
in the
be
production
nerves,
process?
The other thing is, it's the difference between us and Marty was Marty does it as a hobby, whereas we were hands on all day, every day.
Yeah, true.
So,
Stickman says, Jacob, if you want a bigger front bar for yours, have a look under a wrecking Outback and see.
No, I need a bigger rear. The rear bar is the one I need. Because, yeah, when I was playing with the diff and all that the other day, I grabbed a hold of it to pull myself under, and I felt the whole thing flex, and I'm just like, uh-oh.
Jason's got a point. Jason says where it meets the guard looks different.
I think it might be because of the two different pictures.
Yeah, can you zoom in on the sedan one?
No.
It would have to be wider only because the sedan has the flare on it.
I think it's just the lighting for the photos.
Huh?
No, that's good. Just move it over to the guard a bit more. No. Yeah.
So we'll do that. Bring that there. Yeah, that's about right.
Nah, they look pretty much the same to me.
Yeah, they're
It was
very...
just the lighting I think made the arch look more pronounced on the Wagon. Or, more obvious on the Wagon.
Because, yeah, the lines where the flat spot are the same. The only difference would be is that angle here, which you can see the flare.
Yeah.
Whereas there's no flare on this one. Because, that was something that took me a while today. Because I really wanted to find photos like this where I could be like...
It's good because they're almost the same color too.
Yeah. Oh, I've got something even better too then. Can we hide my screen for a second? Thank you.
Stickman says, the rear probably no good. The rear B4 bar was bigger than the Outback one. I wonder if a GT has a bigger rear sway bar than a H6.
I think he wants his phone.
Who wants this phone?
Yes.
Jacob wants his phone.
Jacob, put your phone back on charge.
The photo I was going to show is okay. You can add me up now. It may be a little bit ratty, but that was another difference. What's this, Rohan?
It looks like a front bar.
Can I throw something at you, please?
You asked. I did.
Okay, wait. The picture from David is what we just had up because it's a screenshot of the live stream, and he's got circled those bits that we were just looking at.
Yeah, so it is just yeah.
It's not just the lighting then.
But yeah, what do you say, Rohan? What is this? You're smart. I believe in you.
I believe in Harvey Dent.
Actually, it looks like a very damaged bar.
It's very damaged. The car kissed a wall, I believe.
But there's parts of it that aren't straight anymore at all.
That's not why I put it up there.
Okay.
I know Nathan knows the answer.
Did this car hit a wall?
I can't remember if this was a car that hit a wall or the girlfriend hit it.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, it's got vents on the side of it.
No. Yes, but no. They're not vents. You did notice what I was trying to get at,
But they're not vents.
What is it?
Good question.
Do you want to tell him or do I tell him?
Oh, it's mounting holes. Because the STIs had side flares, canards.
Oh yeah, the
That's what
canards.
they mounted through.
Okay.
Yes, because that's the car it was.
Yeah.
It's the one the girlfriend had away with.
Yeah.
Yes.
With
So
the egg and the whatever.
Yeah.
Golf club? No.
just everything.
Hammer? I don't know. She hit it with something.
Do you see the difference, Rohan? So because of the canards here, the STI bars actually had inserts.
So that was an extra plastic piece that was attached to the side.
So that there is the canard. So it had the holes cut out to insert that and the front fog light cover. Because I'm pretty sure.
No.
Oh yeah, you pulled out
Pull out
the
the
fog lights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
round trim, which people often lost somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how that worked.
So that was something different with the Peanut because the STI didn't have any. The Bug-Eye sedans didn't have anything fancy like that.
Yeah.
Like it was the exact same bar between a STI and a WRX.
Yep.
Whereas the Peanuts, there was a difference between them. Like
Okay.
it was minimal. Like you could modify your Peanut bar to fit it. Your
Yeah.
WRX bar, but that is a big difference. Where are we at? What else was I going to show?
Can't be much left now.
No, I think I pretty much hit all the nails on the head.
Okay, well then, in that case, I'd like to take a moment to point out that the drivetrain lengths were the same between sedan and wagon models, which surprises a lot of people. It surprised me the first time, and that means exhaust lengths are the same as well. So your floor pan pretty much is the same.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's
It's
why you
pretty
can
much-
swap like tail shaft and stuff between the two. You can swap entire transmission setups between the two, and it still works.
Including
fine.
the whole rear subframe or front subframe if you
Yeah,
wanted to.
because that was the next thing I was going to talk about was, I did have that down.
Mhm.
I just hadn't mentioned it.
What's that?
The things are the same thing.
Yeah.
So that will work on both. Is like Nathan said, you got the subframes.
Yep.
Obviously, you would have to change the control arms or the lateral links to match.
Oh wait, we forgot one thing that's different. Or did we cover it? No, we covered it
What was it?
briefly. Rear suspension.
Yeah, so the rear suspension. Jason might be able to help with it because I can't remember if it was just the springs or the struts.
It's
I
definitely
think
the
it was the struts. Yeah.
Maybe the springs are a different rate because they'd be designed to carry more in the rear
Yeah.
and then have more weight with more glass in the rear.
So Darren said, so catbacks fit all
Yes.
to a degree. Well, most aftermarket catbacks do, yes, because they
No, he's just talking
incorporate.
about between sedan and wagon. Oh wait,
Yeah.
sorry. WRXs, STIs, and Prezas, yes.
Foresters, no. Liberties, no.
Well, Forester only comes in a wagon, so if it's designed for a Forester, yes.
Yeah.
But if you're going to fit a WRX exhaust system to a Forester, no.
The other thing is with the Liberties,
Same, like the cat diff back.
I feel like the Liberties are even more annoying though
Yeah, Liberties are different.
because
Your wagon tips are longer.
wagon tips are longer, but even in sedans, they have different exhausts. They run the exact same. They look the exact same.
Oh wait, like
but
you mean
they're clocked,
H6 and GT
Yeah.
are different?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is a big annoyance, especially for someone who owns a H6. Like, just they run the exact same way, the exact same size. Everything's the same,
Except for that angle.
but they have a certain. The angle is different where it joins up to the cat back.
You know
I
what
think
is
it's-
also annoying
I
about
think it's designed to stop you from cross-fitting one to the other. Because it's the same for the Forester exhaust. The diff back for the stock thing is angled.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
different angle.
that's what I was going to say. That'd be the other thing you'd have to be careful of. But most aftermarket things do is the difference between the GC and GD brackets for the rear diff.
Yeah.
So the diff back exhaust
Yeah.
would change sides, but most aftermarket exhausts incorporated both.
Yeah.
So, but even then, you didn't need the one that changed.
Yeah.
Because you had the two at the very back of the diff,
Yeah, they didn't
and there
change.
was
Oh,
one.
sorry.
Yeah, they didn't.
The back of the car, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah.
of the car didn't change.
Jacob. You know what's also bad about owning a
Yeah, so the
six-cylinder?
top hats changed between the GC and GDs, but as far as I know, they didn't change
You
between.
said technically you could bolt 93 WRX suspension into a 2003 STI.
Wouldn't the mounting at the bottom be different?
No.
Not
they
until
say
you get
the same.
to the
5x114.3.
5x1.43.
And even
Okay.
then, that was only the fronts. Or rears? Fronts, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They were bigger.
The only other thing that does change is the brake mounting, brake line mounting.
Yes.
Yeah, that would
Mounting
be different.
But
Yeah.
that's not a difference between sedan and wagon.
That's just the difference between the two models.
Yeah.
But then you go braided lines like I have, and then you just zip tie the damn thing wherever it wants to fit.
Yeah. Just don't do what Nathan did and not make sure it was centered right. You may go through a red light.
No, the light was green.
Oh.
Wait, centered right? What do you mean?
On the
Oh, wait,
GDs,
sorry.
yeah, the GDs, they have a floating mount. So the mount bolts to the strut, but the hose can slide in it. And if you don't make sure it's like centered right,
It'll rub on your wheel.
it'll rub on your rim, and you'll go to brake at a set of lights, and you won't brake at a set of lights.
Yeah, mine's the same. It's a floating
So then you just
line.
go,
Because mine's a floating line inside the mount, but it doesn't bolt onto the anything. I just zip tied it because it doesn't really want to fit. Since the factory mounting hardware that was there was a push type.
that reminds me, your brake lines are over there. I'll show you after.
I think I can see it over there. But yeah,
But yeah, so like we were saying, the subframes are the same. Again, except for when you get to the later model Hawkeyes and that, where they add the
Feel
light
like
sensors and
Dick
stuff.
Man's comment lagged a little.
I wonder how you know what happens. Just a little bit. The hubs are the same between them. So between, again, the year models are the same style
Sedans and
hubs.
wagons, yeah.
What else was there? Like you said, transmissions, motors, all that is the same.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Jason says the Toyota 86 and BRZ share the same rear hub as the STI of the same year. You know why I find that interesting? Because they're 5x100.
yeah.
86 and BRZ.
Wait.
Be the bolt-in hub assembly. The hub knuckle would be the same.
Wait, does that mean that you could bolt
Wait, is it-
on?
See, the thing so it would be an R180.
Yeah. Oh, no, not necessarily.
No, it could
Depends
be.
what outer splines they used.
But he says it's
But they
same,
probably are.
same rear hub as that year model
Yeah, but the
STI.
thing is that the
Knuckle, though, because the stud
Yeah.
pattern is 5x100.
Oh, yeah, whereas the STI is 5x1.
4.3.
Interesting. Why does he know that?
Because he used to work in a place that did a lot with 86 and BRZ.
Oh. I always thought he only liked GC8. What is this? But other things are the same. Fuel tanks, like we said, are the same.
Yeah.
Um,
We were talking about that beforehand, weren't we?
yeah, it's probably why Jason doesn't work there
so
anymore. Is
you
because
all will
they're
drive a
not
BRZ.
TCs.
No. We'll talk about that later.
You possibly could. It depends where the motor sits in it. But they're not a Subaru gearbox.
Darren's got a good
Now-
question.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm replying to
Someone
it.
did mention this, and the BRZ gearbox, the starter motor is actually located on the opposite side.
Yeah. So what if you EJ and all-wheel drive swapped?
It could be possible, but it depends on the location of the engine.
Yeah, that's why.
Like,
But you can't fit an FA FB series engine into an EJ car, can you? Like EJ factory car, because it's wider?
I think
Or is
so.
it the other way around? You can't fit an EJ.
I haven't had much to do
Like
with
the-
the
Apparently, you
The
can't
problem-
fit one. I think it's you can't fit the F series engine to the EJ cars. I think.
Mhm.
Like the major problem is the fact that the BRZ, the motor sits well over the axle,
Yeah.
as opposed to with the Subaru. Well, sorry, the Imprezas and all that. The engine sits over the axle.
Yeah.
Sorry, in front of the axle.
What about the new?
It turns out it's been done.
WRXs.
Peter Dunn on Facebook, all drive an 86. Unless he's tagging someone to tell them to do it. I don't know. but it
I
may
doubt
have
it.
already been done.
Mm.
Yeah. So like I feel like it'd be possible because the slot pattern, like the bolt pattern's still the same. But like Rohan said, the starter motor's on the opposite side.
Yeah.
The reason I know that is because someone rear wheel drive converted a Gen 3 H6
Yeah,
Liberty
using a BRZ box.
using a BRZ box.
Yeah.
So
how did he
Yeah,
get around
that's
that?
it's definitely
with the
been
starter
done.
motor, cut hole.
Yeah, all-wheel drive 86 has been done.
Nice.
Well, it's a BRZ actually, 6-speed gearbox from a 06 STI.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
Mm.
But yeah, so again, like all the interior stuff except for the seats are all interchangeable.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to think of anything interior wise that's different, bar the stalks,
Just
like
the
we
rear
talked
seats.
about. Yeah, the rear seats.
Well, obviously boot trims and stuff,
Yeah,
but that's
boot-
pretty
yeah.
obvious.
Yeah.
Just real quick, he did replace the motor with a 2-liter
Okay.
STI.
What else is there, Rohan?
So that's what it is.
Do you want to send Sedan a link and we'll put it in so people can gander? Or is it his actual like a personal Facebook page?
Oh
No.
no. Oh,
It's
hang
like
on.
a car page.
It's a car
Yeah.
page.
It's a car site. I look at it.
Yeah,
Um,
a Rally
Link me.
Sport magazine.
Link me.
I'd have to sign into my Facebook for that.
coupe seats are different to sedan seats. Ooh, did you know that?
Yes.
Unless it automatically.
Really?
Front seats. They got the kick to get in and out of the back.
Oh yeah,
Well, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I
Give me
did think-
about
yeah, that makes
seconds, Cito.
yeah.
Because it's logged me into yours, so I'm going to send myself the
Wait.
message.
Does that mean the rear seats are the same? So they have the kick to kick it forward,
Yeah.
but the rear seats are the same. Obviously, different material though,
Yeah.
like different pattern.
Check the message from.
Check the message from you. Is that what he just said?
No, I sent myself a message from his account to his Facebook.
You can log me out of that computer.
Yeah.
Oh, I accidentally kicked you off here the other day too, because I went to record and I got like halfway through recording and I'm like, hang on, the mic's not working.
Yeah.
You must have had RTX voice opened on your thing somewhere, because once I restarted it, it was fine.
I hadn't
It was
logged in.
very confusing.
Who knows?
What else can we think of? Yeah, so that's what Cito said.
Yeah.
I think that's nearly it. But yeah, it's just the
I think that is it.
Tara's coupes are a whole rabbit hole we've fallen into. Yeah, I feel like there'd be a lot more different in the coupes, but even in saying that, aren't the floor pans still the same in the coupes?
Yep.
So yeah, so it's not much of a rabbit hole.
No, they're the same length as well.
Yeah, so the doors are bigger.
Yeah. And the B pillars in a different location.
Yeah, because the doors are bigger.
That's about
I
it.
thought that was a bit of a given.
Well, for the
It's hard to move a B pillar without a longer door.
I'm pretty sure we established the roof slope's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
what between the GC and the GM?
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked up the measurements and they're all the same. Everything's the same.
Oh,
except for
yeah,
the
that's
location
what
of
we
the
were
pillar.
trying to figure out. 'Cause we need to get Ant's car next to like Rohan's or someone so we can see if there's a
No,
same
they're
difference.
all the same according to the book.
Yeah.
All the measurements are the same. I compared the two,
Um,
but I do want to ask: is it possible to have that foot release set up on an aftermarket seat?
It's down to the aftermarket seat manufacturer, but I don't see why not. If they make it, sure.
I'm pretty sure it's just an extension of the front, isn't it?
Mm.
So it's pretty, as far as I knew, those kickdowns just joined into the front release, like the front release and the seat tilt.
Probably.
So
There's
like
probably
when
a
you,
way to reverse engineer one.
yeah,
If you
so
can
like,
find a coupe seat.
so like when you
I could
step
just find
on
one
it,
for another car. That's
yeah.
No,
So
that's
like
right.
when you step on it, all it does is what you do normally
Yeah.
from the front, as far as I know. I may be
Nah.
wrong.
It'd be slightly different because it has to click back into the adjustment that it was in.
yeah. It will release from the
Have to
adjustment.
be-
That's
I didn't
it's probably attached to that mechanism.
I didn't think it locked back into where it used to.
it always
Pretty
does.
sure it does, yeah.
Always locks back to the
Otherwise, that'd
position
be
that it was
annoying. You'd
before.
have to readjust your seat every time someone gets in and out of the car.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah, so there'd have to be a slight change to the mechanism. It's probably the same release.
it probably releases it entirely from the ratcheting system that they use for the seat adjustment.
Unless it's like you've got the ratchet section down the bottom of it, then another release up the top to keep the ratchet adjustment.
See, I thought Darren was right.
Yeah.
Like Darren was wrong that we weren't going to go into a rabbit hole. I feel like we're going into a rabbit hole.
Anyway, if we haven't got anything else, maybe we'll wrap it up then.
Yeah, I can't
What about
think
the Liberties? Any difference between the Liberty, Wagon, Sedan?
length.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Like the
Other than
bodies,
that, everything
the
else.
bodies aren't really different. Like
Yeah.
rear bars are the same.
Yeah,
Oh.
we already mentioned the moonroof.
Yeah, moonroof is the big giveaway.
Moonroof is awesome.
Like it's dope. I am so mad. Yeah.
Just buy another moonroof off a Wagon and then cut your hole bigger so you can fit it.
You do it to yours first.
I don't have a moonroof.
Okay, yeah.
My Honda already has one. It's fine.
Just reminds me of that time the customer came to get the roof cut and they thought they were just getting the sunroof. That was bad. A pink Honda's on the table. I'm still waiting for you to come bring it down, man. I gotta have a gander. No, I got a purple weird fucking.
I own a Honda.
Yeah.
Jason, if you bring your Honda, I'll bring mine. If it's on the road, because currently it's on jack stands.
But yeah, I think we'll
We can help you.
call it there.
That's true.
Because for some reason we're actually ahead and thought of things. I can give you guys a sneak peek into what we're talking about next week. I won't give you a sneak peek. I'll just tell you what we're talking about next week. Drugs, injectors. We're talking about injectors just because
Not the drug kind.
not the drug kind yet.
Yeah, we're not
Because
talking about the Metmobile
We're
here.
in Logan doesn't mean we're going there.
We're not talking about the 3-door wagon here.
yeah, because
That was a 4-door technically.
this was
Technically,
brought up
but
because
that side didn't
a
open.
customer was talking to Nathan about it. David, I believe.
No, his brother.
Oh, his
But,
brother.
yeah, it was for the same car.
Yeah. So they were talking to Nathan about the differences between the two. And we also had a customer the other day talking about differences with injectors. So I thought, why not talk about some injectors next week? So if you have injector questions or anything along those lines,
Come and inject away with us next week.
yeah,
That
inject
doesn't
us with,
sound right.
join us
Inject
where
your
we,
questions into the live
yeah,
chat.
and we'll inject our knowledge into them. But we're from Logan, so it's probably not a clean needle. But yeah, spread the word, guys. Hopefully,
went there.
we're all still having fun with this. I think we are. Like everyone's still talking about it and talking to us and stuff.
Oh, well, look. BL3 DLC4 out tomorrow. Can someone translate that?
That sounds like something to do
DLC
with
sounds
somebody.
like
Downloadable content, probably. I don't know. Are we talking about games or cars here?
I don't know.
Sorry, I just had a base test.
It's still going.
Yeah, I can hear it. Test.
Yeah, someone's definitely stressing out their subs.
Yeah. Borderlands 3?
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is.
Ah, yes.
Because yes, that's exactly what it is. How do you know that?
I've heard you mention Borderlands several times.
I
didn't know
haven't
if they
got
were-
Borderlands 3. I got Borderlands 2.
I do have
Oh,
Borderlands.
okay.
I have
Well, I've
Borderlands
heard you
3.
say
It's a good game.
Borderlands. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just a bit cheap. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed it, guys, 7:30 each Thursday. It looks like people are starting to notice my videos a bit more because I'm getting more views quicker, which is good.
It's generally what happens.
Yeah, so yeah, and Darren confirmed it is Borderlands 3. 7:30, join us here again, all that fun stuff. I still need to get the old other live streams up on YouTube. I want to try to clean up YouTube a bit. I just got to wrap my head around how to do it. But yes,
A bit of a head spin.
I think that's it. Is that all I say now?
Yeah. That's cool.
Any last questions?
Comments? Jason wants to know, is BL3 a racetrack? No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, wait, why are we still talking? It's raining outside. I have a rear-wheel drive Subaru.
Can
No.
we watch you put it into the nearest truck?
No.
Oh, wait.
Well, I guess as we close off, I can mention what happened with the RACQ.
Oh, yeah.
That really wasn't me being silly. I've literally stopped at the intersection near Freedom. Like, you know how to turn left to get to Freedom, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So pretty much come from your place.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always see people step out there. I always thought people were doing it deliberately. I can attest it's not deliberate because I went to slowly take off there, and next thing you know, my kicked out and there was an RACQ truck move. I was scared for my life. It was not fun.
Like, okay, so coming from my place, so heading north.
Heading towards Runcorn from your place. Is it Runcorn from your place?
Mile Plains. Wait, which road were you
Like
on?
the Rochdale exit off the gateway. So pretty much it was roadworks.
So where you go over the bridge to go over the highway.
Yeah. So you follow that road to there.
Which way were you going? Towards Freedom or away from
I was
Freedom?
heading to Freedom because I wanted to go there.
Off the highway.
Yeah. But I didn't do that deliberately. I normally just come straight along Logan Road, but there was roadworks on Newnham Road that detoured me onto Malcolm Palabar Road that had roadworks. And I'm just like, I've had enough of this. I'm just getting on the gateway. Yeah, so there, and then turning left to get into Freedom. It just stepped out. I was not ready for it. I got scared.
You know where Mikey lost the car too?
No, he lost it further down. He lost it on. He was coming off the M1 at Logan Road.
Yeah,
so exit 14. Yeah, no, he was still heading towards Freedom, but it's closer to.
Interesting.
Jason says 9 News tonight. Lunatic crashes rear-wheel drive Subi. They won't know that it's rear-wheel drive though.
Public knowledge now.
And claims Gecko ran out in front of him. Yeah, I'll accept that.
It'll be it'll actually be Tracy Grimshaw commenting on Hoon Subarus.
It's not a Hoon, dude. I haven't got a strop brace, and I haven't got any KFC either.
Okay, good.
Okay.
John though.
Ooh.
John's in trouble. Okay, enough talk. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Have a good night.